What's up, everybody? We're Zoom calling right now, having a little meeting because obviously COVID-19, and this is a pandemic that is affecting all of us, and I can't even go and see my poor friend Craig, who's cooped up in his house, with how many kids?
Oh, well, we only have four in the house right now. My oldest daughter's gone, and all three of the oldest daughters are out of the house now. So we have a 16, 12, 11, and 16, 12, 10, and soon to be 8 in the house. I'm not sure how excited Miss Blair is going to be about her birthday being sealed in a container, but it is what
My
it is.
birthday's in
So,
9 days.
oh
So
wow,
yeah, so I gotta also have my birthday in quarantine, which is okay.
yeah. I
But
mean, at least we're healthy.
right. So we're on here today to talk to you guys about what's going on with the 2020 Cars and Coffee St. Louis season. Um, you haven't heard anything from us yet because we're still trying to figure out what's going on. The gist of it is we had our full calendar ready to go and we were going to press send. I went to Florida, and the day that I came back, this thing exploded and Illinois went down on a lockdown, and now the whole nation's on a lockdown. So JB Pritzker, the Illinois governor, has put a ban on mass gatherings, and I believe it's nationwide as well.
Yeah,
Um,
Missouri, we have it over here too right now.
right, but regardless of the laws that are banning us from holding mass gatherings and holding cars and coffee, they're in place because there's an obvious risk, right? And we're not going to do it because we're not going to, it's a bad move, right? Like, we're not trying to get 1,000 people in one spot and get everybody sick because one person doesn't realize they have it. So
Right.
it doesn't, we don't need the comments of like, oh, well, here's the laws and technically you could do it, and here's a loophole and all this stuff. We're not doing that.
Right.
It's what we're
I
going to
think it's been
do.
pretty clear so far. I think it's been pretty
Right.
clear so far. We have been pulling down any videos or any posts that are comments of people that want to get together. Guys, please understand that we are not being hateful or disrespectful to your idea, but at this time we do not want to be responsible for your safety. If you want to go out and do something on your own or with a couple friends, maybe do that in a private message, but don't try to drag a lot of people out right now.
Right.
That's just our personal opinion, though. The only reason I say that, everybody says, well, we'll stay in our cars and stuff. Not everybody's going to be that responsible, and I'm worried about that one or two not responsible people to be the ones that would get sick and take it home to their families.
Yeah.
Uh,
I even
I've
did a car cruise with me and my friends, and we went out and drove the roads out behind Francis Howell. And, the idea was to stay in the cars. No one did it. I mean, and everyone's okay, but like the idea that Craig's trying to get
How many
across
times are you
here
going to pull that
is
trigger before it actually discharges? And but
right, right. So,
younger people seem to be more immune to it. If you
yeah,
don't have a compromised immune system or something like that, my wife's dealing with that right now. I've had to actually stop working at St. Charles Power Washing, but everybody can still please feel free to call the company and get your work done. But I've had to stay off now because my wife has a compromised immune system, and it's going to make it hard for me to leave the house because she could get sick.
right.
So
So,
it is.
like, what he's trying to say is, like, I might not be, sent to the hospital over it if I get it. I might not even get the symptoms and know that I have it. But, my dad has type 2 diabetes. I have an uncle that lives with us, and he's not at the top of his health, and I can
Yeah.
pass that along, right? The idea in the beginning, I had even made a post in the group that we're not going to fall into the hysteria and all this stuff. I didn't realize, right? I'll be the first to say I didn't realize how serious this was, and and it's something that we're just going to have to wait out. And I have an article pulled up here, right, from Fox that basically explains how JB Pritzker is saying he he doesn't really know when this ban is going to be lifted or when it's going to be okay, but it's probably going to be when they come up with a vaccine for the virus, right? And we don't know when that is. So, um, I mean, we really don't know, and we're not going to sit here and act like that that we do know or we have all the answers. We just
Yeah,
know that we're not going to contribute to the issue here. What the first event that we had last year would have like 1,300 people or something along the
yes.
lines of that. It was unbelievable. I mean, imagine if we infected that many people.
Right,
So
and you got to remember too, it's just, and it's not even that you die from it. Could die from it. The fact is overrunning the hospitals. People are still having heart attacks. People are still needing kidney surgery, stuff like that. I mean, we all know personal people that are in the medical field, and from what I'm hearing from them, it is putting a strain on them. Sometimes not as much as the media is portraying, but sometimes
okay.
even worse than the media is allowed to know. So I mean, this, people are going to be like, oh well, I'll this and all that. We can't. You as an American are free to do what you guys would like to do, but us as an entity of Cars and Coffee cannot condone the gathering of people at this time, and we're very sorry
Right.
about that. We miss you guys. Maybe we could all do a Zoom. Maybe we could get like 59 screens onto
That
one Zoom screen, and we
would
could
be
all hang out
awesome.
in our garage and have a beer or a soda, whatever you guys do, and hang out that way. We're trying to make up as many ideas as we can for you guys right
Doing the
now.
virtual Cars and Coffees on Forza Horizon. That's
I
been a lot of
started the
fun.
Twitch. I have started a Twitch account. I have a TikTok account. I have an Instagram account. I'm going to try to entertain you guys with weird stories and just ramblings as much as I can to help out through this. It's the
Yeah.
least I can do for you guys. But
Well, right
yeah,
after
just
this, we're doing a podcast.
you're right. And
So
after this, we have a podcast.
so
Uh,
what we haven't been doing them because we like to do them face to face, and honestly, we don't have a uh, you know we didn't have a way to do it virtually until this morning, which I finally was able to set up and everything. So we're gonna do it through Zoom and record it, and we'll have video now, right? So
yeah.
we're gonna be
So
going right. We finally have video, so we're gonna like be going through and showing you a lot of old content, some of our favorite stuff, and then eventually if we can get this live, you guys could ask questions and stuff. It'll be great. So
yeah. So I mean, just think, guys. For a while, things are going to change a little bit. I'm 52 years old. I've been through quite a few things, and this is going to pass. We may have a new normal, kind of like after 9/11. The world went back to a normalcy. It was not the normal that we had before 9/11, but we will get used to the new normal, and we will get back to a feeling of normality sometime in the near future. May not be the exact normal that you're used to for right now. We may be wearing masks for a long time, looking more like Japan, stuff like that. Wash your hands. You know, if you feel sick, stay home. So keep at least 6 feet away from people that aren't your loved ones in the house. And if you go out like I do, I come in the house, immediately go to the shower, try to get cleaned up. I hate to say I'm not good with my clothes, so you should find a way to contain your clothes in plastic or take them and wash them immediately.
yeah, my hands have been literally like dried out because of how much I've been washing my hands. And I do a lot of stuff and I meet with a lot of people. And I have to make sure it's okay with those people before I come meet with them. I met with Brian Lucky and his wife last night. But I made it very clear that, I, I, I had to ask him, right? Is this okay? Like, are you all right with, us being within 6 feet of each other? And they were
Right.
fine with it, right? But I have a friend of mine who showed up at his family member's house the other day, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Where have you guys been? What's been?" They were worried about it. He like had a realization. They're like, "Holy crap! I was just about to walk in there, and I didn't even ask them how they felt about it." So
Right.
communication, I guess, what I'm saying is important, and some people aren't going to take it as serious as other people. That's fine, right? Just make sure you guys are communicating. Like Craig said, you all have your own rights and your own whatever. We're not going to be able to tell you guys what to do. You're going to do what you want to do, but just make sure you're being respectful of other people's feelings about this and their opinions and their concerns, and right, like, before you go see somebody, just call them first and say, hey, here's who I've seen over the past couple weeks. Here's, I've been containing myself and doing this and that. Are you okay with it?
Yeah. And make
Yeah.
sure if you are going to go to your family members, I know it's Easter for a lot of religious people, for everybody, really. It's Easter for everybody, but for different religion, it means different things. Uh, Guys, try to, I'm not going to see, a lot of people are going to be like, well, I'm going to go see Pop Pop because this may be his last Easter and stuff. Maybe if you guys put Easter off till like September or something, maybe Pop Pop will live to see another Easter, is all I'm
Right.
saying. But yeah, I mean, I know this is going to be really hard on people, but just remember, if you're not alone or live alone, you're in a house full of your family, get to know them. I've played more Uno and watched my kids cheat more on Uno than I have in years. I've lost so
It'd be
many
great
games of
for
Uno.
family get together. Like you're gonna, I bet you're a little bit feel closer to your kids than you ever have, right?
Yes,
So,
too close, really close. Yes,
so
but
we're
yeah, it's
gonna.
been great. So, can I ask a question? Aren't you glad that you made it through before this homeschool thing started? Or would be you being a master
Yes.
of the technical wizardry of the technical institute, you would probably be able to make your homework much easier to do without a teacher looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
but I'm
children
glad
are.
that I don't have to do online classes. The whole reason, so I went to school for web development, and the whole reason that I didn't wasn't self-taught, was because I tried to teach myself and realized that I had questions and wanted to be in a room with like-minded people that are trying to learn the same thing and have a teacher. And that's why I went to Rankin and did what I did. So yeah, this would suck. Like if this was an online thing, I mean, you might as well just be teaching yourself, right? Because I know how teachers are. They're just going to send you material and just say study and figure it out. So,
I walk out and it's
luckily for
crazy.
Zoom and other conferencing
They're
platforms,
doing that. My kids are already doing that on their laps, their apples. You
yeah,
go out and I hear a bunch of kids out chattering in the living room, and I go out and it's like my kid with the teacher in the center. It looks like the Brady Bunch, and then there's a bunch of kids outside of her in a circle and squares. And then
yeah,
as the kid talks, it lights up around the child so they know which child is talking. It's an amazing.
yeah.
It is
You're
an
lit up right
amazing new.
now.
It's an
You're the
amazing new
child.
world, guys. It's an amazing new world.
It
Let's
is.
all
It's
be
cool, and no
let's
one
all
was
be
really
patient.
prepared for this. They weren't prepared. The teachers weren't prepared. The schools weren't prepared. The businesses weren't. But everyone's figuring it out. So,
Yeah.
I've been working from home 5 days a week. Kids are staying home from school and doing everything virtual, and I'm glad that I'm not, in the middle of all this,
Yeah.
because it
Well,
would
it's
suck. But
one thing we can be
let's
thankful for.
yeah, sorry. Let's go ahead and, we don't want to run this long. This is going to be a short little video that we can put up for everyone to listen to and kind of get an update on what's going on. And we're about to jump right in and record a podcast for you guys. So there will be more content coming out for you guys to listen to. And, we hope everyone stays sane, find something new to learn, right? Go out of your, I don't know, what are you doing? Go out of your
Get
comfort zone.
online.
Learn. Yeah.
Get online, guys. Go to Amazon or someplace like this. I want to thank Zach Chapman for this lovely model. But go online and build yourself a car of your dreams. And maybe you could show it off to us in one of my challenges, which is 2 minutes show and tell cars and coffee. Show us what you
Yeah.
got. Build a model. Show us like your old favorite old racetrack, those old slot car racetracks, if you got something like that. Anything you can. Let's keep the car spirit up.
Post it on the
Let's
group.
Yeah,
Post it in the
post it on.
group.
Yes.
Like we're going to be trying to put some content out there. Like Craig did a really cool post that said, hey, this is would have been the first Cars and Coffee of the year. Post up your car that you would have brought. We had tons of comments. It was awesome. That was a
You
great
guys are
job.
the
Craig
greatest,
did a
man.
great
You
job
guys
on
are the
that.
greatest. It's
So
not
we're
me.
going to do
It's
more
not
stuff
you.
like
It's
that.
them. It's them.
Yeah.
Without them, we wouldn't be us.
That's right.
So
That's right.
it's you
So it's all
guys.
about the community. Stay safe, stay sane, stay home, and we will talk to you soon when we have more updates. Have a good one.
Bye.